You are always stronger and have more resources than you think. There are two things to remember in life. Take care of your thoughts when you are alone. And take care of your words when you are with others. People only change for themselves. You don't need to force or break yourself to help them. If it can be fixed, why complain? If it cannot be fixed, why complain? Everyone wants to bypass hardships without realizing that's where character is built. Failure is life's way of teaching us rules, especially the rules we don't want to learn. It's never easy, but it will get easier. If you don't prepare, you are preparing for failure. Some people are an investment, and some are expenses. Learn to distinguish them. Every adversity, every failure, and every painful heart carries within it a seed of equivalent or greater benefit. You can choose the game you play, but you cannot choose its rules. We cannot live happily if we only wish for the world to follow the rules we feel comfortable with. Do not allow others to access you too easily, especially those who are only around when it's convenient for them. You don't notice your progress in life because you keep raising your standards. Human resilience, like bamboo, is far more flexible than you might believe at first glance. When driving in the dark, you can only see as far as your headlights, but you can still reach your destination that way. Always maintain a small, healthy amount of skepticism toward everyone. No one's intentions are ever truly clear, even after they have been presented. You are not crazy, you are intelligent. The problem is you think you have time. Our wounds are often the doors to the most beautiful and profound parts of ourselves. If they don't know you personally, don't take it personally. Recognizing that you are not where you want to be is the first step to changing your life. If you wouldn't take advice from them, why accept their criticism? Sometimes, the smallest step in the right direction can turn out to be the biggest step of your life. If you have more than 3 priorities, you have no priorities at all. A wise person learns from everything and everyone. An average person learns from their own experiences. And a fool already has all the answers. At what moment does a person suddenly mature? A master once wrote, "You despise your father's mediocrity, but you don't know that he was once a boy with big dreams. You resent your mother's mundane life, but you don't realize she was once a girl longing for the future." There are things you cannot see. Your parents endured humiliation to earn money for you to have a better life. You are standing on their shoulders, seeing the prosperity they never did. The greatest sorrow in life is taking the money your parents worked so hard to earn, learning knowledge they don't understand, seeing a world they have never seen, experiencing a life they have never lived, only to ultimately look down on them for their simplicity and ordinariness. When we were young, our parents protected us. Now that we have grown, it's our turn to protect them. Those who truly look down on you won't criticize you. They will simply watch in silence as you stray further and further from the right path. Relying on anyone is like self-destruction. You must understand, under a big tree, no grass grows. A tree's shade may shield you from the wind and rain, but it also blocks you from seeing the sunlight. If you can't change others, then change yourself. If you can't control others, then at least control yourself. When your soul grows cold, and you start living in solitude, your gaze will become more determined. Sitting in silence, making firm decisions, and focusing solely on self-improvement. That is when you know you have been reborn, radiant like gold. Have you ever heard this saying? When an egg is broken from the outside, it is just food. But when it breaks from the inside, it is life. Indeed, an egg is like that. And so is life. When life blossoms from within, that is when we embrace true rebirth. As Wang Yangming once said, if you seek externally, a year will pass like a single day. But if you seek within, every day will feel new. The meaning of life is not found by searching outward, but by building from within. True growth never comes from advice or guidance from others. Only you yourself can be your guide when no answers are found. Remember these 4 words: don't seek outside. At what moment does a person suddenly mature? In an essay by a great master, it was written, "You despise your father's mediocrity, but you do not know that he was once a boy with many dreams. You despise your mother's mundane lifestyle, but you do not know that she was once a girl yearning for the future." There are things you cannot see. Your parents endured humiliation to earn money so that you could have a better life. You are standing on your parents' shoulders, seeing the prosperity they never had the chance to witness. The greatest sorrow in life is this: holding the money your parents struggled to earn, learning knowledge they do not understand, seeing a world they have never seen, experiencing a life they have never lived, only to end up despising them for their clumsiness and ordinariness. When we were young, our parents protected us. Now that we are grown, it is our turn to protect our parents. A rat steals rice from humans. And humans call it cunning. Humans steal honey from bees. And they call the bees hardworking. Whatever benefits us, we call good. Whatever does not, we call bad. In this world, many things are judged from personal standpoints. Everyone believes they are right. Just like a fly does not think it is dirty. And a snake does not know it is venomous. There is a saying that is brutally honest yet very true. Only when others need you, do you have value. Once they no longer need you, no matter how valuable you were before. At this moment, you are worthless to them. After a few years of struggling in society, you will understand that the essence of relationships is the exchange of value. When you have not yet built enough value, any kind of affection will eventually leave you. People teach, but sometimes they fail to teach. Life teaches, and one lesson is enough. When you first meet someone and they ask you about your means of living, in reality, they are assessing how much respect they should give you. When you feel like they care about you a little and want to share everything, remember, stay silent immediately. Do not, in a moment of sympathy, reveal all your secrets. Talking too much in a shallow relationship is a major taboo. You must control your urge to argue and learn to praise others if you wish to maintain good relationships. Never share your joy and success. The ones who ask you questions are not looking for answers, they are searching for your weaknesses. With new acquaintances, do not be overly enthusiastic. The more enthusiastic you are, the less they will value you. Many seemingly kind concerns are merely attempts to see how miserable your life is. People know your value. They only hope that you do not know it yourself. Do not make decisions based on the advice of those who will not face the consequences. Sometimes, good things fall apart, so that better things can come together. Do not mistake those who are always around you for those who are always there for you. You cannot reach what is ahead if you do not let go of what is behind. The path belongs to you alone. Only you can walk it. Do not try to save someone who does not actively want to save themselves. They only want to pull others down with them, and often do not truly wish to be saved. Everything you do from 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. is to pay the bills. But what you do from 5 p.m. to midnight is what builds your legacy. Be careful with the stories you tell yourself about your current situation. A mind full of negative thoughts has no room for positive ones. The people who say you cannot, that you will not succeed, are often the ones afraid that you will. When people ask what you do for a living, they are determining how much respect to give you. Your current life is the result of the choices you made in the past year. And your life a year from now will be the result of the new choices you start making today. Choosing comfort over discomfort does not lead to a comfortable life. Stay close to those who wish for better things for you, not from you. Sometimes, the hardest things in life are the ones we need to hear the most. Experience is the toughest teacher. It gives you the test first, and the lesson afterward. There will come a time in your life when you must choose, turn the page. Write a new book, or simply close it. Solving a problem without addressing its root cause is like taking one step forward and one step back. How you treat your body before the age of 45 will determine how your body treats you afterward. The wrong people always teach you the right life lessons. People always say, time changes everything. But the truth is, you have to change it yourself. Once you realize the power of your presence, you will not want to be just anywhere anymore. You will never hear someone doing better than you speaking ill of you. If you don't separate yourself from distractions, those distractions will separate you from your goals and the life you desire. If you can find a path with no obstacles, it probably leads to nowhere. One of the fastest ways to improve your life is to simply do what you said you would do. Nothing is more painful than not learning from experience. You don't get what you wish for. You get what you work for. You cannot convince people to love you. No one will love you just because you want them to. True love moves freely in both directions. Don't waste time on anything else. Discipline is the choice between what you want now and what you want most. If you want to live a happy life, tie it to a goal, not to people or things. You can win a lot in life just by being the last one to give up. More important than choosing right is having the strength to walk away from wrong. Forgiving others in silence, and never speaking to them again, is a form of self-care. People will forget what you said. People will forget what you did. But they will never forget the feeling you left them with. Stop complaining about the results you didn't achieve, from the work you didn't put in. If you stop seeing the world through the lens of what you like and dislike, and look at its reality, you will find more peace in your life. You may be the only one left who believes in yourself. But that is enough. As you progress, you will feel more frustrated with the people around you. To avoid this, be strict with yourself but tolerant of others. When you start recognizing your own worth, you will find it harder to be around people who don't. Winners have failed more times than losers have even tried. Problems are the price you pay for progress. Until you change your way of thinking, you will keep repeating your experiences. People don't get what they deserve. Tomorrow is a direct result of what you choose to do today. It's not who you think you are that holds you back. It's who you think you are not. You will ruin your life if you try to please everyone. Strength doesn't come from what you can do. It comes from overcoming what you once thought you couldn't. Problems cannot be solved with the same level of thinking that created them. Change is never painful, only resistance to change is painful. 20 years from now, you will regret more the things you didn't do than the things you did. Maturity is when you stop complaining and blaming and start changing. The first step to getting somewhere is deciding that you are not going to stay where you are. Sometimes, you have to lose everything to find out who you truly are. You will face problems all your life, but you can decide whether they are the same problems repeating over and over again. Nothing is permanent in this world, not even our troubles. There is always hope, even when your mind tells you there isn't. Stay away from negative people. They have a problem for every solution. Where there is destruction, there is hope in a treasure. Don't be afraid because you don't have all the answers right away. You will learn through your experiences and find your way to happiness. Don't fear the darkness, it only means there is a source of light nearby. Just because you hate this chapter doesn't mean you will hate the whole book. No regret can change the past. And no worry can change the future. We must accept temporary disappointment, but never lose infinite hope. If you look for light, you will often find it. But if you look for darkness, that will be all you see. Start by doing what is necessary. Then, do what is possible. And suddenly, you are doing the impossible. Stand up, face the obstacles, do something about them. You will see that they are not as powerful as you imagined. Don't let bad days make you think you have a bad life. The moment you want to give up is the moment you should keep going. People who avoid failure also avoid success. No passion is found in playing small, in settling for a life less than what you are capable of living. If you want to increase your success rate, double your failure rate. Don't burn yourself out to keep others warm. Take care of your body. It's the only place you have to live. When you try to please everyone, you end up pleasing almost no one. Don't lower your standards just because someone else can't reach them. People don't think about you as much as you imagine. We don't leave people to teach them a lesson. We leave because we have learned our lesson. The scariest thing is not death, but living an unfulfilled life. A person's character is not shaped by circumstances, but by how they respond to those circumstances. The right words at the right time can be more powerful than any action. Spiritual poverty is more terrifying than material poverty. Optimism is hope in action, while pessimism is giving up and doing nothing. A wise person never regrets the past but always learns from it. A successful person is one who knows how to combine passion and work. No one realizes how much they love someone until that person is no longer there. Success is the ability to move from one failure to another without losing enthusiasm. The only person you should strive to surpass is the person you were yesterday. The things we regret most in life are often the things we didn't do, rather than the mistakes we made. True generosity comes from gratitude, not obligation. Live in a way that, when you pass away, even the funeral director feels a sense of loss. We cannot grow old on someone else's path. Each person must walk their own journey. True wisdom is not about possessing vast knowledge, but about knowing how to use it wisely. Always remember, the best thing you can give is laughter. Life is not measured merely by the number of years lived, but by the quality and joy in each moment. Never let others make you feel small. Great people help you recognize your own potential. Happiness is not a destination, it is a journey. If you want to change the world, start by changing yourself. Courage is the ability to keep moving forward, even when you are afraid. Optimists see opportunities in difficulties, while pessimists see difficulties in opportunities. Reason may guide the way, but the heart determines how far we go. You cannot control the length of your life, but you can control its depth and meaning. True freedom is not the absence of constraints, but the ability to choose among them. Success is not the final destination. Failure is not the end. What matters is the courage to keep going. Don't wait for everything to be perfect before you start, because perfection never arrives. The greatest strength is not in never falling, but in rising after every fall. The best way to predict the future is to create it today. Find your life's purpose, and life will lead the way for you. A life without dreams is like a day without sunlight. Every moment can become extraordinary if we put our hearts into it. Life is too short to wake up with regrets. Live fully, and never let the things that make you smile become meaningless. Sometimes, not getting what you want is a blessing. Write your own story, or someone else will write it for you. Don't fear moving slowly, only fear standing still. Happiness does not lie in having more, but in knowing what is enough. Stillness is a source of strength that only those who listen to themselves can truly feel. Every mistake is a valuable lesson, as long as we learn from it and do not repeat it. A true friend is the one who steps in when the whole world walks out. The key to wisdom is not knowing everything but asking the right questions. When you lose something, remember that something else is finding its way to you. Sustainable success is built from small and consistent steps. Treat everyone with kindness, for everyone is fighting their own battle. Life is a mirror. It reflects what you bring to it. When you smile at life, life will smile back at you. Time is the most valuable asset we have. Use it wisely. Don't let the past occupy too much space in your mind. Learn from it, but live for the present. The greatest things often come after the biggest challenges. Patience is not just the ability to wait, but also the attitude you have while waiting. Do not compare your journey to others. Each person has their own path. You cannot change the direction of the wind, but you can adjust your sails to move forward. The strongest people are not those who never fall, but those who rise after every stumble. What matters is not how much time you have, but how you use that time. Don't seek happiness where it does not exist. True happiness comes from within you. Everything happens for a reason. Believe that every challenge leads to something better. Success is not a destination but a continuous process of striving and learning. Sometimes, the best thing you can do is take a step back. Take a deep breath, and let things unfold. What you do every day matters more than what you do once in a lifetime. Listen to the voice within you, because it knows what you truly need better than anyone else. This world belongs to those who dare to dream and have the courage to pursue those dreams. Live a life that, when you look back, you can smile with pride. Believe in yourself, even when no one else does. Your belief is the foundation of all success. Do not wait for the perfect circumstances. The best things come from making the most of what you have. A positive attitude may not solve every problem, but it will make you stronger to face them. Spend time on what truly matters: family, friends, and yourself. What you think of yourself is far more important than what others think of you. The only person you need to be better than every day is the person you were yesterday. Dreams without plans are just wishful thinking. Take action to turn your dreams into reality. When one door closes, remember that another one always opens. Take time to enjoy the small moments, for they are the building blocks of life. You cannot control everything that happens to you, but you can control how you respond to them. Never underestimate the power of kindness. A small act can change someone's entire day. Life is not just about surviving, it is about creating meaningful memories. Do not be so busy making a living that you forget how to live. Courage is not the absence of fear, but the ability to overcome it and move forward. What truly matters in life is not what you own, but the experiences you accumulate. Never let the fear of failure stop you from trying something new. Failure is just a stepping stone to success. Cherish the present moments, for they will become precious memories in the future. Sometimes, the first step forward is letting go of what is holding you back. A wise person learns from their own mistakes, but a truly insightful one learns from the mistakes of others. You do not need to see the whole path ahead, just have the courage to take the first step. Confidence does not come from always being right, but from not fearing to be wrong. Time is the only thing we cannot get back. So, use it wisely. Happiness is not having everything you want, but being content with what you have. Do not wait until everything is perfect to start, because sometimes imperfection is what makes things beautiful. The greatest failures in life often come from not daring to try rather than from trying and failing. People will forget what you said and what you did, but they will never forget how you made them feel. Every day is a new opportunity to change your life. Do not let it go to waste. Success is not measured by what you achieve, but by the obstacles you overcome along the way. If you want to go fast, go alone. If you want to go far, go with others. Life is like a book. If you do not step outside and explore, you are just reading the same chapter over and over again. Do what scares you, because that is the fastest way to grow and push beyond your limits. Every challenge in life brings a valuable lesson. The key is whether you are willing to learn from it. Do not chase perfection, chase progress. Even if it is just small steps every day. You cannot change the past, but you can change how you see it and learn from it. Opportunities do not come to those who wait. They come to those who actively seek and create them. Life becomes easier when you stop trying to please everyone. You may not be able to control the storm, but you can adjust your sails to navigate through it. Successful people are not those who never fail, but those who never give up after every failure. If you want something you have never had, you must be willing to do something you have never done. Always look for ways to improve yourself, even when you feel you have reached your goal. No dream is too big. Only those who give up too soon make it unreachable. Sometimes, the best thing you can do is stay silent and listen, because silence often brings the answers you need. Remember, everything happens for a reason, even if you do not understand it yet. Not everyone will understand your journey, but that is because it is meant for you, not for them. True success is not just about reaching your goals, but about becoming a better version of yourself along the way. Do not let criticism bring you down. It is a sign that you are doing something worth noticing. Chase your dreams, because no one else will do it for you. Anyone can start over at any time, as long as they have the determination to do so. What matters is not how many times you fall, but how many times you get back up. Nature does not rush, yet everything gets accomplished. Do not do to others what you do not want done to yourself. The wheels of justice turn slowly, but they turn thoroughly. Humans begin to die from the moment they are born. Study the past. Here is the English translation while preserving the original meaning, without adding or removing anything. If you want to shape the future, loving your friends is easy. But sometimes, the hardest lesson is learning how to love your enemies. Knowledge is a treasure. Practice is the key to unlocking that treasure. You can only overcome bad habits today, not tomorrow. The one who knows does not speak. The one who speaks does not know. You cannot trust someone who has nothing to lose. Choose a job you love, and you will never have to work a day in your life. Plan for difficult things while they are still easy, and accomplish great things while they are still small. Those who talk too much often fail. Life is truly simple, but we insist on making it complicated. If he sends reinforcements everywhere, every place will be weakened. Life is a series of natural and spontaneous changes. Do not resist them, for that only creates pain. Let everything unfold naturally. Think about tomorrow. The past cannot be changed. An enemy is someone who knows too much about you. Winning over others brings strength. Winning over yourself brings true power. Give a man a bowl of rice, and you feed him for a day. Teach him how to grow rice, and you save his life forever. Chaos arises from order. Fear arises from courage. Weakness arises from strength. If you do not seek, you will not lose. If you do not seek, you will find. It does not matter how slowly you go, as long as you do not stop. A skilled craftsman does not change the measurement just because of an unskilled worker. Be wary of honey mixed with poison, and be cautious of flies that have landed on a snake's corpse. People die easily because they desire life too intensely. Those who do not understand the cruelty of war cannot truly appreciate the value of peace. Time is something that is created. Saying, "I do not have time," is the same as saying, "I do not want to." A noble person blames themselves. A petty person blames others. Just as water has no fixed shape, war has no constant conditions. A full bowl will spill. A blade sharpened too much will dull. Friends are the siblings that God did not give us. It is better to light a small candle than to curse the darkness. Every creature with blood in its veins and horns on its head will fight when attacked. Those who know but pretend not to know are wise. Those who do not know but pretend to know are sick. Tell me, and I will forget. Show me, and I may remember. Involve me, and I will understand. Caring too much about what others think. 3 things never return: time, words, and opportunity. So, do not waste time. Choose words carefully, and never miss an opportunity. If they speak ill of you behind your back, it only means you are ahead of them. We have 2 lives, and the second one begins when we realize we only have one. The flaw of mankind is neglecting their own field to go and pull weeds from someone else's. Before you embark on a journey of revenge, dig 2 graves. In failure, there are 1,000 lessons. But in victory, there is only one. If you are sad, perhaps you are living in the past. If you are anxious, perhaps you are living in the future. If you are at peace, you are living in the present. A journey of 1,000 miles begins with a single step. We often put more effort into convincing others that we are happy rather than trying to actually feel happy. A healthy person wants 1,000 things. But a sick person only wants one. Cleanse your thoughts, for without bad thoughts, there will be no bad actions. The one who says, I can, and the one who says, I cannot, are both right. Learn as if you always feel lacking in knowledge and as if you always fear losing it. Do not criticize your neighbor's roof for having too much snow when your own doorstep is not yet clean. If you hate, you have already been defeated. There is nothing more shameful than losing faith in friends rather than being deceived by them. Appear weak when you are strong, and strong when you are weak. A flatterer is an enemy, but one who points out your mistakes is a teacher. Knowing what should be done but not doing it is the greatest cowardice. What the caterpillar calls the end, the rest of the world calls a butterfly. One who tries to walk 2 roads at once will reach nowhere. The one who is content with what they have is truly rich. A noble person controls material things. A petty person is controlled by material things. A leader leads by example, not by force. Even the sharpest sword, when soaked in salt water, will eventually rust. Human nature is bad. Goodness is the result of conscious effort. Even in chaos, there is opportunity. If you want to lead others, follow them first. When anger rises, think of the consequences. To know your enemy, you must become your enemy. If you are the smartest person in the room, perhaps you are in the wrong room. Opportunities multiply when seized. Let go of the desire to own everything. The funniest people are often the saddest. When I let go of what I am, I become what I might be. The one who moves a mountain begins by carrying away small stones. If you wish to fight, first count the cost. Softness overcomes hardness. The weak defeat the strong. Be so subtle that you have no form, and so mysterious that you make no sound. That way, you can control your opponent's fate. Truthful words are not beautiful. Beautiful words are not truthful. The ancients called the wise warrior one who not only wins but excels in winning effortlessly. If you live for others' praise, you become their prisoner. The wise of old did not like to speak much because they considered it shameful if they did not act accordingly. You must believe in yourself. Nothing is softer and more flexible than water. Yet try to resist it. There are answers that have not been asked and questions that have not been answered. If the mind is prepared, the body can endure much. Watch your thoughts, for they become words. Watch your words, for they become actions. Watch your actions, for they become habits. Watch your habits, for they become character. And watch your character, for it becomes your destiny. Great results can be achieved through small efforts. The wise avoid all extremes. The truly great are those who never lose their childlike heart.